Alright, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily. It's great to have you here today, although where I live in Los Angeles it is rainy and gloomy, just like how the market has been for the past few months or so, ever since, the big correction at the beginning of January. We have just been correcting and going up a little bit and then correcting again. And I know a lot of you guys are bummed out about that, like me. I know that we do have a portion of our audience who got into crypto around November, December, January, when there was a sense of euphoria in the air about cryptocurrency. Everybody from your friend to your brother to your boss was probably talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and cryptocurrency, and hopefully you were able to get in at a low rather than at a high. If you got in right around here, if you bought Bitcoin at 19,000, hopefully you're still holding, although I understand how it could be a major bummer. I personally think it will reach those all-time highs again. Anyways, what I wanted to talk to everybody today was the stages of a market. And if you study past markets, or you've just been around for a couple years and just take a general interest, you'll be able to see patterns in the market. So yeah, that's what we'll be getting into. Before we do that, because I know that, being in, maybe, and a lot of people, when the market went down here, a lot of people weren't buying because they're like, oh, I don't know how low the market's going to go. And sure, the market could definitely go lower, for sure. But the point is, I think that, for me personally, this works for me. You never chase the bottoms. And what I mean by that is earlier, let's go the very beginning of 2017. This is the very beginning of 2017 to where we are today. And let's say that it's hard to kind of tell with this chart. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay, so this is the middle of 2017 and this is the beginning of 2017. There wasn't, got up at the beginning of 2017 right here, but there wasn't much of a massive correction like we had at the beginning of 2018. But let's just say, for example, so I can get this little example out of the way, that you weren't too sure to buy cryptocurrency when the market was boring and it was gloomy around this point. And let's just say that you bought cryptocurrency when it was right here and then it dipped. And I understand how that could bum you out. But of course, it goes back up again. Or let's say you bought it right here and then it went all the way down. The point is that I'm trying to make is, even if you bought at highs, you should not sell, in my opinion, because then you lose money. And I personally think in the next 5 to 10 years, cryptocurrency is going to get more and more mass adoption. So what did I want to talk about? Well, before we get into the different stages of a market, what I want you guys to do is, don't do this if you're driving, but if you are sitting by your computer and you're worrying about all the FUD and all the uncertainty and all the doubt associated with the market these past couple months, I just want you guys to close your eyes. Humor me. Just close your eyes for a few seconds. Take a big breath in. And then out. I want you guys to connect to the inspiration that brought you into cryptocurrency. And whether you bought a year ago, 2 years ago, or 4 months ago, or 3 months ago, there was a point when you were seeing 2 times gains, 3 times gains. I know a lot of you guys were waiting for 100 times gains. That didn't happen with everything. And you can open your eyes now, by the way. But I just want you to reconnect with that. Oh my God, I'm invested in this altcoin. I'm invested in Utrust. I'm invested in Power Ledger, and I'm just seeing 2 times gains. I just invested last week. Oh my God, this thing is going to go to the moon. And you're holding and hodling, just like everybody says you should. And then of course we had the major correction. So we'll know next time to take profits around when the market has a sense of euphoria. But how do you really know when the market has a sense of euphoria? How do you know the time of year to take profits and all this stuff? Well, let's get into that today. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, you're going to want to subscribe because we bring daily videos on everything altcoin, everything cryptocurrency. And if this video provides value to you, please give it a like or a comment because that helps me grow as a channel. But anyways, so I mean, we're just going to be sticking with this chart the whole time. So yeah, the 4 stages of the market. This chart was originally, about the stock market. Of course, we know the cryptocurrency market is a lot more volatile, but the same basic fundamentals still apply. So before we get into stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, let's talk about markets. Markets are cyclical in nature. There is a constant process of expansion and contraction, rally, decline. It continues as the market determines the theoretical fair value of a cryptocurrency. And the sum of all these moves, it forms a cyclical pattern. So right around here, it'll then go to right around here, and we'll go up, and we'll go down, and we'll start all over again. Now, during a cycle, a crypto, it enters different phases of support, from irrational euphoria, typically found before its peak, to periods of widespread discontent, where its price is continually punished. And that's where we're in right now, guys. I feel we are in the phase of widespread discontent. But it's a necessary phase in order for us to, keep growing as a market. So let's get into it. I'm going to be going over stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. Yeah. So there we go. Okay. So I know it says stages of a bubble, but I think this is a good chart for stages of the market in general. So we'll be starting off with stage 1 here, then stage 2, then stage 3, and then stage 4. So stage 1, the stealth phase. It's when the smart money will enter. So after a period of decline, a consolidation will happen, and the market will become less volatile as a base or resistance is formed, and price action is neutral as sellers exit their positions and buyers begin to accumulate the stock. So right now, we are right in between the big correction, and right now we're in the smart money phase pretty much. Have we seen the lowest it will go for this year? I don't know. Nobody knows that. But I think we're definitely in the phase where people are discontent. The market is very low, not as volatile as it has been in the past. A lot of people are, either gloomy about the whole situation or they've decided to push it out of their minds entirely. But in the first quarter, the past couple months and these next couple months, that's when smart money is going to enter. And I know that, during the most recent dip, which is right here, and a lot of people were saying, hey, I'm not going to buy right now. Who knows how low it will go? And that's true. But I got to stress again, never chase bottoms. And, you don't want to be getting involved when everybody's psyched about it. Everybody's saying it's going to go up. You want to pick a time, not trying to find the bottom, but trying to find the lowest that you will consider investing, and then try and take a position in the coins then. Anyways, that's stage 1. Stage 2, right here. It's the awareness phase, and that's when you start seeing a gradual climb. So after the market is settled, buy orders start to overwhelm the sell orders, and cryptocurrency enters a period of higher highs and higher lows. And this is when the bull market begins. So pretty soon we are going to go with an eventual, gradual climb. And people once again will be, hey, we're in a bull market. This is great. A lot of times in cryptocurrency, I don't know why, but this awareness phase usually happens around June and July, when that will start forming a little bit of a wave and cresting up, if you will. And then after that, of course, there's going to be a sell-off, because a lot of people who invested here are like, hey, I need to take profits, and that's right. And then we're going to get a little bit of a bear trap right here. What is a bear trap, especially as opposed to a bull trap? A bear trap is people thinking, oh my God, I need to sell everything right now. The market's going to crash again, just like it did, 4, 5, 6 months ago. They sell off everything, not realizing that, it's going to go into a real bullish market. Anyways, Stage 3. This is the stage everybody likes, the mania phase, the euphoria phase, the general public entering cryptocurrency. This is when new buyers enter the market. Everybody from your friend to your boss to your uncle start telling you about the benefits of Bitcoin. This was happening for us around November, December, and January. And everybody was talking about, hey, Bitcoin's going up, Bitcoin, I've tripled my Bitcoin, I've tripled my money, I'm getting involved in all these altcoins, it's great. I mean, I can't lose. It's just you wait and it goes up and you take profits. And this is it's a good phase. It's you see that it gets a lot of media attention, there's a lot of enthusiasm, the public's getting in, people get greedy, people are getting euphoric and delusional, there's a new paradigm. And hopefully, if you're one of these smart investors from back here, you're going to take profits right here. Even if you took profits right here and it keeps going up, you don't buy in again at higher highs. You don't buy again. If you took profits right here and then a week later it's right here, you're not gonna buy back in again because you already took profits. And then eventually, and this is the beginning of stage 4, it's going to enter a correction / return to normal, and sell orders start overtaking buy orders. You start to see a pattern of lower highs and lower lows. And then crypto corrects to a lower price. And a lot of people, it's going to correct, and a lot of people are going to go like, oh my God, this is great. We have got to start buying again because we've never seen a low like this, besides like weeks and weeks ago. And that's called the bull trap, because then it'll go up a little bit and then it'll eventually do its full correction. And we are just on the tail end, in my opinion, of the full correction that we're seeing from the new paradigm we saw in December and January, and we're going to return to the mean and return to normal. And I know, like, you see this little despair thing right here. That's when, the market kind of dips, very, very low. And I know that, there's a lot of despair right here when people are talking about different altcoins and, different investments. Everybody's like, why would I buy now? Why would I buy? It's, it's just pointless because it might go even lower. Yeah, that's true, but you're never gonna hit those lows, guys. I'm here to tell you, if we even go back, even if you got invested right here, or even if you invested right here rather, and then the market right here, and then the market dipped even lower right here, it's not a bad thing because these are long-term holds, and we're still in the first going into second stage of a cyclical stock market. Click on this thing. We are still in this process right here, guys. So keep in mind, you're never going to find the lowest low. You're just going to take out a position sometime, and then eventually around December and January, or whenever the cycle enters this new paradigm, the sense of euphoria, that's when you take profits. When everybody in the general public is coming up to you going, oh my God, I got to invest in Bitcoin, I invested in Ripple, that's when you already took profits, and you're waiting for the eventual correction so then you can invest again. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, guys. Anyway, thank you very much. This is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Please give the video a like or a comment. Stay strong out there, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys. Peace. And thank you to this new follower.